White the inbounder. Brown fading away. Oh, yeah! What a shot! Another 30 ball for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, another 31 points from Jaylen Brown. Another corner three at the right moment against the Indiana Pacers. And the Celtics come back from 20 down. They win this game 103-95. Tom Giles, Chris Forsberg, Eddie House with you here on Celtics Postgame Live. You had to grind through the first 27 minutes to really enjoy the last 21 minutes. Eddie, your thoughts on the Celtics, their ability to kind of get back into this game and then take over and survive with a win?
Well, my key was let the record reflect, right? And so we let the record reflect at the end of the game when it counted. Yeah, they came out like gangbusters, like a horse race. They were the front runners. We were the closers. We were able to come in and get that W at the end. All our guys that he put back in the starting lineup, and the closers closed the game. Jaylen Brown was spectacular in that session. Ugo was spectacular when he was doing what he was doing. Keita got some big-time rebounds. I mean, we could go on and on and on about what happened and how they won this game, but I'll say this. If it wasn't for that bench, we wouldn't even be in the game. We wouldn't have won that game. They changed the tone of the game. When they changed the tone of the game, I thought when Joe inserted the starters back into the lineup, they followed suit.
Giles, my one question is, do you think it's too late for me to get like 9 Ugo jerseys for my family and friends? Is there a rush order I can get?
I don't know. You probably can't get 9 right now because they're flying off the shelves. Like,
I know.
They're probably on back order.
I'm a little worried. I might need to pull some strings over at the pro shop. But Ugo was fantastic, playing just about the entire second half. But as Eddie said, the key moment in this game is Joe having the stones to pull all of the starters, except Ugo, who was great to start that second half, and put in the bench unit because those guys wanted to play. They wanted to play hard, turn the momentum of this game. And then we were joking in the newsroom because this used to happen all the time. Brad would, like, in the bench, would chip away and get back in a game. And Brad might have just hung on the bench unit a little bit too long, trying to give those guys a chance to will you all the way back. I thought Joe, just as good as it was that he put the bench in there to get the energy, knew he had to go back to JB and Derek White and Peyton Pritchard to kind of just get over that final hump, and was rewarded. JB was fantastic, pretty much just set up shop in that paint and live there until that corner three. Just everything you could have asked for. But Joe continues to muscle his way into the Coach of the Year conversation, pushing all the right buttons, but never more than tonight when he rolled the dice and had, again, the temerity to go out there.
The fortitude.
To pull those starters and say, hey, this isn't acceptable. This needs to be a better effort. And everybody came through in the second half.
Yeah, there were 6 minutes, right, where that second unit was out there. You saw Anthony Simons kind of step up, be the focal point of the offense.
Shireman taking charges, Ugo everywhere.
Luka Garza was just all over the place as far as the rebounding goes. Eddie, and going into the fourth quarter, too, it felt like they were playing with another energy where they were rebounding the ball aggressively. I mean, you're talking about guys going up, high-pointing the ball. It looked like a totally different team from the first half to the second half.
Yeah, well, again, basketball is a funny game in this way. Things can be contagious. Missing free throws could be contagious. Turning the ball over can be contagious. Giving up offensive rebounds can be contagious. What's also contagious is when you see somebody or a unit or a bunch of guys playing together and playing hard, that's contagious as well. And I think that's what we seen tonight. We seen a group of guys. I mean, you got to give credit to Joe for that one too. Like you said, Chris, like to have the
chutzpah,
wherewithal to be like, yeah, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? I don't want to say the wrong thing. The wherewithal to be like, hey, we need some new energy injected into this game. And they came out there and did it, and everybody followed.
Also contagious, buying Ugo jersey.
I'm being told, Chris, officially online, out of stock.
Oh, come on. I didn't buy that many.
Look, you think you're the only one that's impressed by what they're seeing from Ugo Gonzalez? I know you're claiming him like your own, but, everyone else is seeing it as well. Celtics with a big win as they come back from 20 down, 103-95. Same two teams will do it all over again on Friday in Indianapolis. Let's head back out to TD Garden. to call this one, which that felt like the most fun half of basketball we've seen so far this season, fellas. I don't know what you thought. Scal, Drew, your thoughts on the Celtics grinding out this win?
Yeah, it's up there for sure, Giles. I mean, you guys were just talking about it. The line shift that Joe Mazzulla implemented a couple minutes into the third quarter, which is something you see more in high school ball or even younger than the NBA. It does happen sometimes, but give credit to Joe for doing that.
But it's smart because the bench can give you that spark. If you do it early, they give you a spark. Now the starters can play the entire fourth quarter. If you do it too late, and all of a sudden now the starters have to go back in, and you're in trouble. So good job. We went into the fourth quarter. I think Jaylen Brown with that 20 minutes, and I think Derek White with that 18 minutes allowed those guys to play the entire fourth quarter without going over their minutes. So great job by Joe and the squad. The bench deserves so much credit.
Beyond the Pacers' three-point shooting, which is obvious, what else was different first half to second half?
Driving the ball, living in the restricted area as opposed to shooting the three or shooting the pull-up. You got to look at the way that Indiana was guarding. And as soon as Luka Garza started getting offensive rebounds, they didn't leave his body. So every time you drive, you're going to get one-on-one coverage. And one-on-one, you get it done. So that's what was happening to Jaylen Brown. And, you know, like you got to find guys that can score in those situations. It negates pressure, and it negates teams that play you one-on-one. So Jaylen Brown's that guy. We used to have two guys that do it, but right now, Jaylen Brown put the team on his back offensively in that fourth quarter.
And, of course, Hugo Gonzalez with yet another breakout in what's become a string of breakout games for him. Now, sometimes you see in a movie someone loses their significant other and they say, I'm never going to love again.
Yeah.
That's not Chris Forsberg, obviously, because how quickly he's forgotten Rob Williams.
No,
he doesn't even know who Rob Williams is anymore.
No, that's not quickly.
He's so obsessed with Hugo now.
He moved on.
Did he ever run this hot for Rob?
Well, first of all, I mean, no disrespect to the guy, but does he even play anymore? Like, you know, like he has so much withdrawal that at this point he can move on. Good job. I mean, good job by Forsberg.
Good job by Forsberg finding a new person to admire.
Yeah.
And by the way, is your eye okay?
Man,
You want to tell the folks what happened?
Trevor Mullen, I was playing him, you know, point guard for Yale, popped me. I got something for you. He canceled my workout tomorrow, but he's coming on the 24th, so you better be ready.
He pops you in the eye and then cancels a workout?
Cancel tomorrow's workout.
He's on my list now. Wow. He's on my list, Giles. Wow. Hey, Merry Christmas to everyone in the studio and everyone watching.